Franklin is Lost by Paulette Bourgeois, or it could be pronounced Bourgeois, and Brenda Clark, or maybe pronounced Clark. This book is copyright by Paulette Bourgeois and Brenda Clark, and published by Scholastic, Inc. Franklin could slide down a riverbank. He could count forwards and backwards. Well, your big show off. He could zip zippers and button. He could even walk to Bear's house all by himself. What a good boy. But Franklin was not allowed to go into the woods alone. One day, Franklin said,
"I'm going out to play at Bear's house."
"All right," said Franklin's mother, "but be home for dinner by 6 o'clock. She showed him the time with the hands of the clock. "And Franklin," she warned, "don't go into the woods alone." "Geez, Mom, you're always up at... You want to backsass me? I'm going to hit you over the face with that broom." Franklin raced down the path, over the bridge, and across the berry patch. Bear was there. There he is. Right there. Fox was there. There he is. Right there. Goose and Otter were there. There's Otter. Oh, your Goose is over there.
"I'm here,"
huffed Franklin.
"What are you playing?"
"Hide and seek," shouted his friends all at once.
"And you're it." "Oh, that doesn't seem fair."
Franklin started counting. Hide and seek was his favorite game. He wasn't very fast. I mean, he was a turtle, but he was very clever. He knew Bear always hid in the berry patch. Look at how happy he is. Those cannot be good berries for you. Franklin looked around. He saw a shaggy paw swipe at a branch of berries.
"No, I see you, Bear,"
he called. Franklin spotted feathers and fur under the bridge.
"I see you, Goose. I see you, Otter,"
he called. Only Fox was left to find. Franklin walked this way and that. He looked into bushes and searched under logs. He walked along the path and over the bridge, and without even thinking, he walked right into the woods, just like he wasn't supposed to do. He looked into burrows and all around trees. Franklin searched everywhere, but he couldn't find Fox. Fox wasn't in the woods at all. He was hiding inside Bear's house. What the heck? Bear's coming down pretty hard. After a while, he shouted, "Can't catch me." But Franklin couldn't hear him. He was too far away.
"Where's Franklin?"
asked Fox. Nobody knew, especially Bear. He can't remember the last 2 hours. They waited a long time. Bear's tummy grumbled. He started getting the munchies. Finally, Goose said, "Honk!" "Of course," they said, and off they went. At Franklin's house, the clock struck 6. 6! Franklin's parents were annoyed. Their supper was ready. By 6:30, they were worried and went looking for Franklin. Franklin's father searched along the path.
"Franklin, I'm getting hungry. Where are you?"
Franklin's mother talked to his friends. "Where's Franklin?" she asked Bear. He didn't know. "You were playing hide and seek with him, and you didn't even... Where's Franklin?" she asked Otter and Goose. "Where's Franklin?" she asked Fox. Nobody knew. Now they were worried too. Meanwhile, it was getting dark. Franklin turned one way and then another. Every tree looked the same. Every rock looked the same. It was all made of rock. He couldn't find the path, even though he was laying on it. "I'm lost," said Franklin in a tiny little voice. He couldn't remember which way he had come. He didn't know which way to go. He was tired and frightened and all alone. Franklin curled up in his small dark shell and waited. Somebody would come sometime, wouldn't they? Dark shadows flitted across the rocks.
"Who's there?"
whispered Franklin. But no one answered because it was the clouds blowing across the face of the moon. That wouldn't make any noise at all.
"Who's there?"
whispered Franklin. But no one answered because it was Owl far, far away.
"Who's there?"
whispered Franklin. But no one answered because it was the wind whistling through the trees. Through the trees! Franklin tried to sleep, but every sound made him jump. He was humming himself a little tune when he heard...
"Who's there?"
whispered Franklin, but no one answered because it was the crackling bones of Bigfoot. Just kidding. Then Franklin heard a new sound. It sounded like someone calling his name. He heard it again.
Here I am! Here I am!"
Franklin shouted over and over. His mother came out of nowhere.
Bull! We're gonna eat you alive!
Franklin's parents came over the knoll.
Hey, you are!
They hugged him and kissed him and held him tight.
We were so worried,
Said Franklin's father.
And
And then he died. You were told not to go into the woods alone, scolded his mother.
it wasn't on purpose, sniffled Franklin. I was looking for Fox and I forgot. Oh.
What do you mean you forgot? You forgot to not go in the woods?
Yeah, Mom. I was playing a game and I totally forgot.
How could you forget not to go in the woods? It's the only rule in the house. They found the path and walked all the way home. Their supper was still warm in the oven. Why would you leave the oven on? You could have started a fire. After 2 helpings of everything, Franklin had something important to say.
Mom, Dad, I'm sorry. I promise I'll never go into the woods alone again.
Even if Fox hides there? Asked his mother.
Even if Bear hides there?
Asked his father.
Even if everybody hides there?
Said Franklin. It was 1:30 bedtime. Franklin crawled into his warm, safe shell. Good night, dear,
Good night, dear.
said his parents. But no one answered because Franklin had fallen fast asleep. Or he was knocked out by his little brother who body slammed him into submission. Good night, Franklin. The end.
Can you leave me alone? I gotta take a poop, God!
If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a like. In other words, hit the thumbs up. That's the like. And if you want to see more of our videos, go ahead and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell. It'll tell you when more of our videos come out. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next reading.